Hey, y'all, it's the day after Labor Day, and Michael and Eddie and I just got back from the most fabulous weekend at Lake Oconee, where my sissy lives. Y'all have met Bubbles many a time on my different shows and videos. So we went to Bubbles and Phil's house at Lake Oconee, and I just called in everybody to come meet us there. Sandy, my brother Bubba's other half, Kari and Brian and Sullivan, Jamie and Brooke and their three boys, and Bobby and Cloud and their triplets, and Anthony and Ashley and their two sweet babies. So we were all there. We had the most fun day boating. It was just wonderful. We didn't have a time clock. We just sat around and told stories of things that happened in the past. But it was a wonderful time. And, you know, Susan always has different things to eat. And she gets around. She goes to a lot of parties. She has so many friends and just so many functions. So it's always interesting to see what she's got that I've never tried. So this is one of those recipes. It's from my sissy Bubbles, and it's these blueberry cinnamon rolls, and so dirt simple and easy. And that's the thing about Susan. You know, she can appreciate something that's fast and easy. So this is a recipe that she had located somewhere. I don't know. I'd love to give credit to whoever it was, but Bubbles is as far back as I go with it. So we're going to start with two. Where did I put my knife? I just had my red knife. Here it is. You start with 2 cans of cinnamon rolls, and Bubbles didn't say what size. So I told Teresa, I said, why don't we just do both sizes and see which we like the best. So after saying that, I would prefer 2 cans of the largest ones. I don't know. We'll wait and see, because it's the first time I've ever made this. But it's not the first time I have ever eaten it. Got my 4 eggs and a half a cup of milk and a tablespoon. You know, my mouth is really wanting to say a tablespoon of vanilla flavor, and that's why I couldn't say it. So a teaspoon, or how much ever you want. All righty. So that's it. We're just going to pour that over our chopped cinnamon rolls. And now we're going to just cover the top with frozen blueberries. Susan said that she used frozen, and she found that works better. So I'm going to heed her advice. All right, that's looking good, isn't it? And we're going to bake it at 375 for about 35 minutes, something like that. You know, just depending on your oven. And you can put as many blueberries. Oh, I just slung at my face. You can put as many blueberries as you want. And you know what I would like? You know, it's so very hard for me to take a recipe and make it my own. So I'm going to come down here, because I've got some chopped nuts down here. And I want some chopped nuts in mine. You know, a cinnamon roll's got to have a nut. And I could go a step further and add some raisins to it.
Stop while you're ahead.
So that's the fun about a recipe, y'all. Blueberry cinnamon rolls. The only thing I did different was I added some nuts. And now we take, you know, the good stuff that tastes so dadgum good on top of those cinnamon rolls. We're just going to take that while this is straight out of the oven and hot, and we're going to spread that out over our cinnamon rolls. And I will probably wind up making a little bit more of the dressing, the icing, because it's never enough for me. I just like a lot of icing. Don't y'all? So I'm going to pull off this little bite right here. And that little bit of last bite of icing scraped up the enough for me to put that little bit of extra on my own. This is so good, y'all. Teresa, do you like all this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Well, come get you some, girl, while it's hot. So good and so easy. This would be great to take to tailgate, you know it? That's what I like about my bubbles, the recipes she shares with me that she has out there in her bigger world. Because they're tasty and they're easy. And I think we all like that. So loving best dishes to y'all. And make it the way you like it. Y'all, that wasn't nearly enough icing. So I'm going to take like a half a cup of powdered sugar. And I probably should have sifted it, but I'm going to try to do that using my little whisk. Because I want to get this done and get it on that while it's still hot. And I'm going to take maybe a third of a stick of butter. You actually could melt that if you wanted to, but I'm just going to work it in like it was flour. Like it was biscuits, I mean. You know, cutting it in. A little vanilla. And just a little bit of water. All right, I think I'm going to leave it a little thicker. So it'll maybe stay on top. And hopefully it's still hot enough. Oh, yeah. Look at that, look at that. That is just right. My bubbles. Perfect. And again, loving best dishes to all of y'all out there. And, you know, the next time somebody asks you to bring a little something sweet to the party, this one's a winner. Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.